All right, so we're about to get super serious and very real here. So I have a lot to unpack in this video, and I just want y'all to buckle up and hang in there with me. And also, for those that are, for Trump, you're going to absolutely hate everything I have to say, but you need to hear it, period. So with this bill that just got passed, there's a lot that connects to this, okay? We pretty much all of us know, we've been being lied to, by our government. And if you don't realize that at this point, it's so blatantly obvious, if you were just deciding to go with the brainwash, you are the problem. So anyways, some people are just ignorant, and that's okay. That's why we're trying to educate people. But we literally warned y'all. We have been warning y'all. And you turned the other cheek. And now stuff is going to be happening to y'all, and you're going to wonder, oh, what happened? You were being lied to by a con man. You were lied to by a narcissistic group of people that are in power. Now, it doesn't stop there. Y'all think it stops there? No. No. Your own police officers, your own doctors are in this corrupt system. Your own judges. Our whole system is about to go up in flames. We didn't just lose benefits. We lost power. But here's the thing. They want us to think we lost power. And that is why this content was more important than people thought. Because it is about unity and us coming together, no matter the circumstances. They want to separate us. That has been their goal. To separate us, to make it think that, the problem is gay people, the problem is black people, the problem is Mexicans, the problem is, people with disabilities. No. Everything in America right now is just so corrupt. So on to my next point. This is something I have talked about on my page, but in a more indirect way. Personally, I don't care what you believe. I don't care if you're religious. I don't care if you don't believe in God. I don't care if you're spiritual. I don't care what it is. Even if you don't believe in anything, but you have good morals, that's fine. But the reason I bring this up is we are in a spiritual war right now, regardless of what you believe. Regardless of what you believe, the problem is not, like I said, the other races, it's not immigrants. That is not the issue. The issue is not other countries. We didn't want to go to war. We don't want to go to war. That is not us. That is our corrupt politicians, our corrupt people that literally just want to stay in power. And now they're going to stay in power. So it is up to us to not give them that power, regardless of the rules that they put out, or the intimidation tactics, or threats, or whatever they're gonna do. Bribe money, none of that shit's gonna work anymore. The lies are being exposed, and the ones who believed it feel fucking stupid and ashamed. And we've been telling y'all. And like I said, this is a spiritual war, regardless of what you believe. This is about taking down the low vibrational, narcissistic, psychopathic, bullshit, motherfucking parasitic bitches. Okay? Period. And you see, this is not just happening in our government, this is happening everywhere. Not just in our country, it's happening in other countries. It's not just happening in my state, it's happening in all the states. It's not just happening in the town I was in or the towns that I have been in, because y'all don't know what I've really had to do in order to be able to tell you this right now. Not only have people tried to harass me and get me to shut up, people tried to unalive me. Corrupt groups of people not only tried to unalive me, they threatened my family and my friends. They wanted me to feel crazy. They wanted me to either do something to get me locked up or get put in a mental hospital. They wanted me to live in fear so that I wouldn't go out into public and spread my message. But see, and that's the thing too. Even in isolation, I'm still doing it. So it doesn't matter. You can't stop me. And y'all know this now. You cannot stop me or shut me up. Period. And if you're not angry about all the shit that's happening right now, you're not fucking paying attention, period. Or you're with the evil, narcissistic, bullshit, parasite motherfuckers, and you need to go the fuck down. And we're not going to apologize about it anymore. I'm only sharing my personal experience with this because I want others to learn from it and to protect themselves and to inform others. And y'all just need to understand that we have to be there for one another. Fuck this separation shit. We need to be there for one another because that is all we're going to have at this point. So, but I want y'all to be very, very aware of anyone that says they're with ICE, okay? Those people are not with ICE. And even if they are, fuck all of them. Those are criminals. Those are goons. Those are corrupt, evil people. Whether they're just, criminals off the streets or they're people that work for Trump. Either way, those motherfuckers will literally pull up in vehicles that are untagged. They will wear everyday clothes with masks on, and they will try to either kidnap you, sex traffic you, or whatever. They'll try to do it to your kids. They will, whatever leverage, right? Those people are not with ICE. And like I said, even if they were, fuck them too. Are you just going to let people take your kids? Are you just going to let people take your money? Are you just going to let people fucking go into your house? We don't have freedom at this point. So you got to fight for it. We got to fight for this shit. And people wanted to call me crazy because I was teaching people mosh videos. Like, yes, it's entertainment. But in a way, y'all didn't know I was exposing the truth. And on top of that, I was teaching people how to have fun and to kick ass and not be scared to fucking speak up for themselves. We're done. We're done. None of your fear intimidation tactics are gonna work anymore. You're getting a spin kick to the fucking face, bro. If you try to come after my family, my kids, you try to come after, people I don't, just people I associate with, you wanna come after them, you're gonna have to deal with me. You're gonna have to deal with, and just so you know, so many people have come up against me in the last year. So many tried, and they tried so many different things, and they thought it was working. I was just playing your game. You see, this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first rodeo. Everything I've been through in my life prepared me for this moment. And I want y'all to know that if you have a gut feeling that something's not right, it's not right. People got us fucked up if you think we're not going to protect our family, if you think we're not going to protect our empire and our kingdom. Y'all are really fucked up in the head if you think we're not going to do that. And this has nothing to do with political views or anything. We need to take all that shit and throw it out the window, man. Our government is not for us. It never was. And it's really blatantly obvious now. And so, at the end of the day, do they really have the power? Or is it just the illusion that they have the power and they're losing it and they know that? And they know that. And they want to shut down everyday people like me? Right. I'm threatening y'all? Right? Playtime's over. Y'all want to try stuff? You're going to find out. You're going to find out what happens. Everything that you wished upon me is going to happen to you. And I'm speaking up for the people that either don't know any better, or I'm speaking up for the people that know this and they just feel like they don't have a voice right now. But I'm telling you right now, you are not alone. And you may not be getting gang stalked and stuff like I have been. You may not be getting death threats and stuff. But that's what I was talking about when I've talked about gang stalking in the past. And well, this is the big fish that we're frying. So what I just explained with the vans and everything, that's been happening for a long time, whether people believe it or not, but it's just happening all the time now, and people are just turning the other cheek and thinking, oh, it's just ICE. No, don't be stupid. They've been doing this, but now it's happening in broad daylight. And I need y'all to understand that it was happening a lot in Little Rock, so please be careful. Please be careful in my hometown. Be careful out there. I love all of y'all. I care about all of y'all. Even if we had a falling out or something, dude, like, be careful. Like, don't let your kids out of your sight, bro. Like, it's not paranoia. And you're not crazy either. If you feel like you're being followed or being harassed, whether it's online or in person, you are 100%. What I explained wasn't just happening in Little Rock. It was also happening literally everywhere I went. And you know, this is something I have encountered years ago as well, but it wasn't something I was directly involved in. It was just something that I witnessed, you know, by traveling. I used to travel all over the country nomadically. And so I've seen a lot of stuff. I know this is a long video, but all of that needed to be said. And if anything ever happens to me, like, know that this is who I am. Know that everything that I put out, like, that is who I am. That is actually who I am. And if you ever hear otherwise, that's a lie. And the people that know me know that. And at this point of my life, you know, for a long time, dude, I was not a happy person, but I always fought for my life. Always. Even if I didn't want to be alive. But it's so crazy how the last couple of years, like, I really love my life now. And but ever since then, it's like all this crazy crap, people just really trying to get me to go back down to, like, hating myself. And it's not gonna happen. I will never fucking kill myself unless it is like a weird sacrifice situation, you know what I mean? Like, you know, to save a bunch of people. But that is the only way I would do that. But yeah, no, it just need to be on record. The community that we built on here, man, like, a lot of people do know me personally. And the ones that have stuck out through me through all these years, you know, thank you. And thank you for not thinking I'm crazy. But then also all the new people, like, this is also for y'all too, like, especially the younger ones, man. Y'all probably just don't know better, you know, and you have, like, a gut feeling, but people will tell you other things and try to put ideas in your head, and those ideas are false. They're illusions. So, to all the young moshers and aspiring artists and stuff, like I said, I don't care if you believe in God or anything like that, but know that this is good versus evil. And you're not evil for being the necessary evil and fighting back corrupt shit. You're not. Actually, in a way, you're the healer. In a way, you're the alchemist. And that's what we do here. We take the darkest things and we turn them into light. And that is the purpose of Borderline Shadows. And it always has been. And I don't have to make music to prove that, you know? And we proved that. We did that. So, and we're just going to keep growing. And if anything ever happens to me, I'm really not scared about it, because, like I said, the last 7 months or so, I've dodged so much shit, and I was like 50 steps ahead from all these people. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. And they knew that. They knew it was getting to that point, and that's why they tried so hard to shut me up and get in my head. How did that work out for y'all? Anyways, the content is always going to be what it's been, okay? I might do a video like this here and there, but it was time to say all of this. And, you know, I never personally had to get the police involved, because people were doing so much crazy shit that they got the police involved themselves. I didn't even have to do anything. Because I'm the type of person, I'm not getting the police involved if I don't have to. I'll deal with it myself. I am that kind of person. And I'll do what I have to do. So I'm just saying, you know, they want to lock us up for things that they're doing? What? Narcissistic, corrupt government. You voted for this shit. It's time to abolish all of it. Final note, I want to make it clear that, you know, it is so important to not be drowning in all of the political talk and stuff right now. You know, like I said, I'm not going to turn into a political page or anything, but in a way we are political, you know, so it's what we're doing. But I'm not here to argue politics and stuff, you know, like it's not about that. Like I said, that's why I called it a spiritual war, because that just simplifies what's really going on. And you don't have to believe in spirituality to understand that as a concept, because the evidence is there. So, but anyways, I'm going to end it with saying that this content is your safe place to take a break from all that crap, you know. And you know, it's a fun, safe space, but it's also a way to release all that negative emotion. Like I said, we alchemize around here, and there's no situation that is too dark to return from. There's not if you dig deep enough and do the work. And I prove that. I've proven it my whole life. I've done it over and over again. But this time it was like I had all eyes on me. I had everyone watching this time. And it was a blessing in disguise. I thought, you know, like, I mean, it truly was. So, yeah, anyways, I can't thank y'all enough. I really can't. And I know this video is going to piss off a lot of people, but for my followers and stuff, this is who it's for, you know. And if we get other people from this video, awesome, you know. I'm glad to have you, because we need more people like us. And yeah, I care about y'all. I actually do. And we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing this. And I hope y'all have fun with the content. But if you ever need like a safe space for someone to actually talk to about something you're not sure what to do, or you know, you don't know who's safe, or you don't trust people, like I'm here for you. Even if I don't know you personally, I may not be able to do a lot for you, but I can always give you you know, someone to talk to. So, and I'll give you whatever advice I can, if you know, if I got it or it applies. But yeah, take care of yourself, and do things. Like, you need to be involved in what's going on in the world right now, but at the same time, like, don't drown in it. It's very important to not drown in it. Enjoy the things that you enjoy, but at the end of the day, as long as your household is safe, you know, and everything's going on good there, like, that's what's important. So but we got to be there for one another, and it's more important now than ever to stand up for each other, because it's about to get to a point where we're all we have. So take care. Love.